Good morning, traders and investors. My name is Shen Mwangangi, one of the best market analysts here at HFM. So to begin this week, what do we have? We have NFP data that was released at the end of last week, Friday, and we saw it came out better than expected with 9,000 plus added jobs in the US economy compared to the 130K which was expected. So also on the unemployment rate, we still remained on the 42% that has been from the previous week, from the previous month, sorry about that, and also on the unemployment rate for the U6, we saw it was still 78%, still remaining the same. So when we were live at the NFP event, we had talked about this data. And we talked about if NFP data comes out plus 20,000, we will see a large spike. And if it comes out negative 20,000 moving on, it will come out also with a large spike. But if we are in the middle between negative 20,000 to positive 20,000, we won't see any form of change. And we saw that happening in the charts. So let us have a look on the charts on what actually happened during that time. So starting with gold. On gold on our 15 minutes chart, we saw this is the time, as you can see, it's exactly at 5:30 when NFP was released. So we never got any form of spike from the upside or on the downside. We saw a form of indecision candle. So this showed us that there was no change because of the data that we saw. Because if we have a large number, either on the positive side from positive 20,000 or more added jobs than what was expected, we will see traders and investors reacting to this data, and more volume will be added in this data in a specific direction. If it's positive, we will see gold moving down, because that's if the USD is moving up, gold will move down. If it's negative, or the negative 20,000 moving on the negative side, we will see gold moving up as USD is moving down. Also the same coming to the USD index. We saw also the same large spike at 5:30. So a spike going up, a spike going down, but still remained on that same area. Again, this shows indecision. But still, after that spike, post NFP now, we saw gold moving down because of the positive data of plus 9,000, which showed us that what we expected was 130, but what we received was 139, showing that 9,000 jobs were added. Therefore, if 9,000 jobs were added from what we expected, therefore it means that's good for the USD. And we saw the USD moving up on that time as gold was moving down on that time. Yes, so coming on to this week, we are going to look at our key levels, moving on to the daily chart. On the daily chart, we have seen the USD index on a slight range. So this range, we were in this range like 2 months ago. Now we are back to this range, and we are reacting from the key levels that we had talked about the previous week, 99 to 31. And so during NFP, we came to that level at the 99.31, and we got a rejection from it. And now you can see we're coming back to 98.79. Key levels I'll still be looking at as the USD continues to show signs of weakness is the 98.07. But if we get the news that, let's see where it is. Okay. According to Bloomberg, they're saying that US and China are on a trade talk so that they can agree on whether they will have the rare earth minerals from China to be exported to the US. So there's that talk that is about to happen, and that also will affect our charts. If that happens, we might see a strong dollar, but again, until that happens, we are still on our bearish momentum. Sorry about that. Coming also to gold, on our daily chart, you can see also on gold we are back on that range. We are on the dollar chart. We are in a range. On the gold chart, we are in a range, and the range we are between the 3343.27, and also I can see we are down from that support zone. Now it has been turned to be resistance. I will be looking at the 3269.35 to be a key level on that trade. Moving on to US 500. On the US 500, we have seen some strong bullish momentum, and some of the stock index like US 500 and US 100, they have shown us a large bounce back from the 90-day post target that we had. So we can see we moved after this large down move that came from fear and uncertainty from the tariffs. We saw the S&P 500 having a strong bounce back all the way, and now I can see we are targeting the all-time highs, where 6158.02 will be a really good level to be looking at if we're trading the S&P 500. And you can see at the moment we are above our key resistance zone, now turned support at the 59.704. Remember, once we break a key zone, we wait for a pullback back to that zone so that we can continue with the direction of the move. Coming on to the US 100, the same has been happening. We broke out from a key resistance level, now turned support, and I can see we are above 2156.7.32. Again, a good bounce off from a good pullback on the lower time frame to have a continuation of that trade to target our all-time highs at the 222.18. The 39 will be a good move. Now coming on to our Euro USD. Remember, NFP came out better than expected, and we had that bullish momentum on the USD. So coming on to Euro USD, if Euro USD, we have the USD as the quote currency. So if the USD is the quote currency, if the USD index only was moving up, where we have USD as the quote currency, we'll have the chart moving down. And you saw that on the daily chart during the NFP release, where if I move to the lower time frame, we'll see it very clearly. We saw that down move. At this level. Like that, we saw that slight down move on the Euro USD since the data came out better than expected on NFP. Now, which key levels will I be looking at on the Euro USD? On the Euro USD, as again, we're still on the signs of showing a slight dollar weakness. So on the Euro USD, I'll be looking for strong bullish momentum, but remember, we're going to use our strategies. We are at our resistance zone at the 1.14247. I will be looking for a key breakout. If no breakout, I will continue that down move to the 1.13140. Same has been happening also on JVP USD, where we had that down move reacting from our resistance zone at the 1.35690, and it looks like we are with today opening slightly strong. This level seems to be holding, so I will be waiting again for a strong momentum move with a confirmation for volume to see if this zone will be broken or it will still hold. And lastly, okay, not lastly, but checking on to USD JPY, then we move to Audi USD. At the USD JPY, we have the USD JPY as our base currency. So if the USD is moving up, this chart will also move up. And right now you can see we are above our resistance zone at the 144.120, and you can see we're coming back right now with the open, coming to test this zone. So a bounce off from this zone, have a continuation up to 145.215 will be a good move. Else, if you have a breakout of this zone with a confirmation of momentum and volume, will change our bias. On the Audi USD, finally, after all this range, more than 2 months, I think even more than 3 months, we are above our resistance zone at the 0.64917. And you can see after having that break upward with a body close on top on Thursday, then Friday confirming that zone, now we are moving up from that zone today. So a good move on that zone to target this resistance zone at the 65810 would be a good move. Else, even if our bias changes from any form of news announcement, we will be having this zone now reacting as our resistance zone. So with that said, we have checked on our major currencies and also our stocks, and not to forget the precious metal gold. So with that said, make sure also you go and do your due diligence. Make sure that you analyze your charts based on the strategy that you use, and not forget this is purely educational advice. So with that said, you can go to our YouTube page. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and share, so that on the comment section, if you're able to comment, you're able to see the comments, and it will help us improve our trading education here at HFM. So with that said, goodbye and see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye.